Hello everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is the 10th class of our Clo 3D for Beginners course, and in this class, we are going to create this stunning sheer or transparent dress. Let's get started. First, open the avatar. You'll find it in the library on the left-hand side. Double-click to open any folder and choose the avatar you want to work with. Next, open the basic top that we saved in the garment folder during our second class. If you're not familiar with how to create these basic patterns, be sure to check out class 1 of this Clo 3D for Beginners series. Now, let's move on to the next step. We want this top to be a little loose. To do that, simply select all the pattern pieces by clicking and dragging over them, and then scale them up to the desired size. Once you're happy with the size, press the space bar to simulate it. Next, let's decrease the sleeve length. Take the Edit Pattern tool, select the sleeve and adjust it to your desired length. I want mine a little shorter, so I'll tweak it. This looks fine for now, but feel free to edit it later if needed. Now, we are going to create the gathered skirt. To show the gathers, start by making a big rectangle. Take the rectangle tool and draw a rectangle, adjusting the length to what you prefer. I want mine a little longer, so I'll take the Edit Pattern tool and increase it. Next, we'll create the bottom layer of the skirt. Again, use the rectangle tool to draw the second rectangle. This time, make the width double the size of the first layer to create a perfect gathered effect. Now, let's stitch the layers together. Remember one key thing while stitching, do it step by step and simulate each time. If you stitch everything at once and then simulate, you could end up with a big mesh. So, first, stitch the bottom layer to the upper layer. Simply take the segment sewing tool and stitch them together. Now, press the spacebar to simulate. You'll notice that the fabric falls to the floor. To prevent that, we need to freeze the upper layer. Right-click on the upper layer and select Freeze. Now, when you press the spacebar, the fabric will stay in place. Once you're done, press the spacebar again to stop the simulation. Now, unfreeze the upper layer by right-clicking and selecting Unfreeze. Next, we'll stitch the upper layer with the top. To do this, we need to divide the rectangle into 4 parts. Take the Edit Pattern tool, click on the line that you're going to stitch with the top, right-click, and select Split. Choose Uniform Split and increase the number of segments to 4. Then, click OK. Now, simply stitch the skirt to the top using the segment sewing tool. I recommend stitching in the 3D window for better accuracy. Once everything is stitched, press the spacebar to simulate. Now, stitch the sides of the rectangle to form the skirt. Once stitched, simulate again to check how it looks. Everything looks great. I'll make the top a little shorter using the Edit Pattern tool. Perfect. Before we move on to the coloring part, you may notice the fabric's fall and gathers don't look very natural. It looks a bit cheap. To improve the quality, select the pattern and head over to the property editor. You'll see an option called particle distance. The lower the particle distance, the higher the quality, but be careful, it can slow down your system. I'm lowering the particle distance to 5 and hitting enter. Now, let's simulate to see the changes. Look how much better the gathers and fabric fall appear now. If your system doesn't support setting to 5, you can try 10, which still gives you good quality. Let's set the particle distance back to 20 and start working on the coloring and fabric. We want to make the entire dress out of one fabric, so we'll only add one fabric. Double-click the fabric to rename it. And color the fabric black. After that, apply the fabric to all the patterns. And delete the others fabrics. For transparency, in Clo3D, transparency is controlled by the opacity setting. Decrease the opacity of the fabric to make the dress sheer. After that, set the particle distance to 5 again and press spacebar to simulate. Now the dress looks great. You can change the pose of the avatar as well. But one important tip, if you want to change anything later on, like the length, size, or pose, always set the particle distance back to 20 before making those changes. Otherwise, it can slow down or crash your system. Finally, let's take a snapshot. Go to File, select Snapshot, and then 3D window. Once you're happy with the snapshot, save it as a project. And that's it for today's class. Thank you for watching. If you found this tutorial helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more Clo3D tips and tricks. Drop any questions you have in the comments below. See you next time. Bye.